You know that feeling when your dog hears a treat bag from 3 rooms away, but somehow your business is invisible on Google? At SearchHound, your marketing companion, we help businesses get found online so customers don't have to go digging. From SEO to Google business profiles to showing up in AI search results, we help the right people find you right when they're looking. So whether you own a business or you know someone who could use more leads, point them in the right direction. Visit searchhoundseo.com and let's get your business on the set.
Hey, it's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
You can scroll it later, or better, you can listen live to Brooke and Jeffrey every weekday morning. Big fun, real moments, the laughs that make your day. Your station, your city, right now. That's called radio. In Seattle, that's called Moving 92.5.
And love has many faces. See it in the eyes that look right into your soul. Love has many faces, proud and humble, beautiful and plain, and young and old.
Hello and welcome to Love Has Many Faces. I am so glad you are with us today, and I am happy to be bringing back a returning guest, Suman Kamath from Toby's Hope, and along with her is Fabio Pessine, and he is joining us all the way from Brazil. So I'm excited to hear what is going on with Toby's Hope and learn how people out there who have a heart to do so might be able to help. So stay tuned for this conversation. It should be interesting and helpful. Again, the purpose of my doing this show has always been to raise awareness, touch hearts, and save the lives of animals. And in doing that, we are helping their people as well. So that's what this show is about. We're almost to the 10-year mark now. It's almost been 10 years since I started the show, and I'm so happy that I can still bring information to people and help animals and their owners and parents and whatever, however we relate to them. But yes, that's what we do. And a quick reminder before we take a short break. We are now podcasting. That's right. If you type in Love Has Many Faces podcast in the search bar, it will bring you to either Apple or Spotify or perhaps another podcasting platform. And you can find these podcasts wherever you get yours. Just type in Love Has Many Faces podcast and you should find it. So we're glad to add that relatively new element. We've been podcasting now for several months, but we're glad to be able to do it and thus maybe get more coverage. So stay with us and we will be back with Suman Kamath and Fabio Pessine from Toby's Hope for Cancer Care. I'm Marilyn Milano, your host on Love Has Many Faces here on Alternative Talk 1150.
You know that feeling when your dog hears a treat bag from 3 rooms away, but somehow your business is invisible on Google? At SearchHound, your marketing companion, we help businesses get found online so customers don't have to go digging. From SEO to Google business profiles to showing up in AI search results, we help the right people find you right when they're looking. So whether you own a business or you know someone who could use more leads, point them in the right direction. Visit searchhoundseo.com and let's get your business on the set.
This is Martha Norwalk, every Sunday morning beginning at 9 a.m. Thanks in part to the Ananda Institute of Living Yoga, we cover the world of animals. This week, April 19th, it's Behavior Training and Healing Sunday with me, and talk with your human or animal loved ones on this side or the other, and personal readings with Natasha Venter. Hope you can join us and plan to call in with your questions for either one of us. Martha Norwalk's Animal World, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. to noon, right here on Alternative Talk, AM 1150.
Exploring new territory every day. This is Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to Love Has Many Faces. And again, I am thrilled to be here with our guests, Suman Kamath and Fabio Pessine from Toby's Hope. So first of all, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
I know.
Thanks a lot, Marilyn.
Yes,
It's a
thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, both of you. Now, I know that Suman, you have been on before, but it's been a little while. So what I thought we'd do, whoever wants to jump in, how about an overview for maybe the first time listener uh, what your group is, who you are, what you're doing, just so people have that idea in case they've either maybe lost track of you or maybe they've never heard of you before.
Yeah, sure. So Toby's Hope for Canine Cancer Care, better known as Toby's Hope, was started by myself in July of 2024. So we're now into our second year. And it was really inspired by my dog, Toby. He was diagnosed with lymphoma, which is a very common canine cancer, in June of 2023. And as I was just going through the journey with him, realized that a lot of people are struggling on this journey, whether it's covering costs of cancer treatment or mental health challenges as they're dealing with stress and grief and anxiety and even depression. And so the purpose of our nonprofit is to bring people together, provide community. We do two things primarily. First is to provide financial assistance for lymphoma treatment to residents of Washington State. And then second, we also provide caregiver resources, which is currently focused on an online support group, but it has expanded to also cover up to two complimentary sessions with licensed therapists and counselors for our grant recipients. And we are hopeful that later this year and into next year, we'll have the funding to be able to expand the access to many more people for counseling services, particularly for pet grief and pet loss.
Yes.
And we also are hoping that, through our fundraising efforts and corporate sponsors, that we'll be able to also increase our funding for our grants so that it will cover more types of canine cancers.
I think that's wonderful. And having lost a couple of different dogs of mine, I've lost 11 over the years, and a couple of them did pass from cancer, not lymphoma, but my little Tux passed away in July from cancer of the spleen. He was 15. And he was such a good boy. But I mean, I know how hard it is. And I've also been a pet loss support volunteer through the Seattle Animal Shelter for going on 20 years now. We do it online now, but we started out live. And I know how many people grieve and how deeply they grieve and how much support is needed. And then to your original point, how much financial help is needed because it is so expensive, even if you have pet insurance.
That's right. The average cost in Washington State for chemotherapy treatment really ranges anywhere from like ten to $15,000, particularly in the greater Seattle area.
Yes.
If you're able to get out further, maybe to Wazoo, they have a great oncology department there at the teaching hospital, and it is substantially less.
Yes, and I mean that works if the timing's right, but if you can't get over the pass or you can't fly your dog or something, then
Yeah.
it's pretty difficult to get there. So yes, of course Seattle is more costly. Now, I was able to attend one of your fundraisers several months ago. I think it was last summer, and I got to meet Toby, but I understand that Toby did pass away. Is that right?
Yes, so the lymphoma caught up to him after 2 years. He was also battling prostate cancer.
Oh,
He had that diagnosis April of last year. So, yeah, unfortunately, he passed August 24th of 2025. So about 2 weeks after our fundraiser event that we did in Seattle.
oh.
But I feel very grateful. He was given only a year with the treatment that he received, and he doubled that time, and he really lived a very full life. So, and I love that I was able to start the organization in his name, and he's really left quite a legacy, um, especially I think in the last so many months, I think of all the dogs that we've helped because of his journey.
I think it's wonderful. I was so pleased that I was able to meet him. It was a wonderful fundraiser that you have. I have the little bowl that I bought there. It was a wonderful bowl by one of your vendors. And we still have that little water bowl, and we're enjoying that. The girls love it. Sometimes they battle for the water, but in a good way. They're very compatible, but it's funny when you do that. Just so that we can get people this information early in the show, do you mind sharing the website information or any other places people can go if they want to do a little bit deeper dive and learn more about Toby's Hope?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is Toby's Hope, all one word, TOBYSHOPE.org. On there, you can get a lot of different resources. There's stories about all the dogs we've helped. We're up to 34 dogs.
Mm.
We've raised over $100,000. We have funded over $84,000 worth of cancer treatment across 40 grants. You can also check out our blog. We have a number of resources now through clinical advisors. Dr. Rebello and Dr. Popov have both helped to beef that up. They're both veterinarians. And then you can also check us out on social media. So we are on Facebook as well as Instagram. So please follow us. We're having some great upcoming campaigns that Fabio can talk more about
Yeah.
as it relates to monthly donors and, just getting more involved with Toby's Hope.
Well, I would really encourage anyone who has lost a beloved pet to cancer or is dealing with it, take advantage of these opportunities to help if it moves you. Take advantage of the help that they might offer. And I'm assuming on the website that there's information about how to apply for a grant if you have a dog in Washington that is suffering from lymphoma.
Yes, on our homepage, there is a button that says Need Help. You can click there. We really tried to simplify the application process to make it easy and efficient for anyone that is in need. And
Yes.
then if there's questions, we have info@tobyshope.org email that's also on the website. You can reach out anytime.
Okay, that's fantastic. And keeping it simple is appreciated too. You know, my wonderful dog Fire, who is doing great now, had a non-metastatic cancer. I don't know if I shared with you about her, but she had a non-metastatic cancer that was discovered in 2023. And in 2024, she had surgery. But first, we had to do all these scans and they had to make sure that it truly was the non-metastatic type they thought it was. And then she needed a partial mandibulectomy, which was the removal of a portion of her jaw. And she's done great. I mean, she looks wonderful. She's doing wonderful. Fortunately, it was not the kind that spread, but I was trying to get some grant help because even though I have insurance, it was going to cost a bundle. And I couldn't get past the websites. You know, I mean, I was having a lot of trouble. Now, granted, I am not the most technically brilliant person, but I do know how to get around on the web. And boy, anything to make it simpler when you're stressed out anyway is so helpful and so appreciated. And I think the fact that you are working toward being able to help those with other types of cancers and even possibly outside of Washington is great. But you got to start somewhere. And yes, let's help those that are in our state. Now, I would love to talk with Fabio for a moment. First of all, before we talk about some of the events that are coming up and maybe the fundraising, Fabio, I'm just curious how you got involved with Toby's Hope.
Yeah, nice to be here. Yeah, I got involved. I some years ago, I was involved in a small city here with NGN organization that care with lots of abandoned pets, dogs and cats, and I was involved in that. And after some years, I got a advertising, like information from Suman regarding this project, a wonderful project, like take caring of dogs facing cancer, and that really worries me, and is a really wonderful project to take care of those dogs and help and I mean helping on the fundraising, help support on everything that we can.
Well, I mean, it's renews my faith in humanity because sometimes you kind of wonder, right, anymore. But I am so grateful for the people that have the ability to do good and are out there doing it. So, Suman mentioned some ongoing campaigns, and
Yes.
can you tell us a little bit more about what's coming up or what might be going on right now?
Sure. We are working on a monthly donor campaign, and that's someone that told about it. It's sort of hard. I mean, the costs are really high, right? Around $10,000 of treatment. So as of now, Suman is working hard, and the project's working hard to get the fundraising through lots of events that Suman has partnerships over in Washington area, and we really like in growing the project, and not only qualitative but also quantitative. So in order to do so, we are working on a monthly donor campaign so that we can uh, have sort of predictability, right? So
Yes.
instead of like have like a one-time donor with 1,000 or 500 donation all of a sudden, we can spread that along the year. So it's gonna we can like support rounds of treatments to lots of dogs that someone can help out and then receive like requests from help. So that's the idea, and also with that. Not only the financial system, but also the emotional system on the project. So we are developing a series of benefits that we are going to provide to our monthly donor. So, for instance, we are developing like strengthening and narrowing down the partnership that we have with lots of partners, like some coffee shops, some pet shops over there, and we are working on to promote some to offer some promotions and some discounts with our monthly donors that can provide us some support, additional support. Also, we are thinking about of providing some sort of a bundle of merchandise. We're thinking about sometimes maybe provided for the 10 initial donors above some certain threshold. We're thinking about the amount of threshold, and we're thinking about the merchandise that we can provide to them as a way to celebrate that.
Okay.
And also, we are thinking of a series of benefits to provide them. It also is going to be really, really important for the community to level up the engagement of them, and also the business that we are engaging, because the idea is also is a win-win relationship, right? So as we are working on with new monthly donors, the idea is also strengthening this relationship with the business, so they can have more business with through engaging more consumers, more clients on sorts of products, sorts of services. So it's a win-win, and that's only the beginning that we are thinking about. So sometimes maybe we're gonna have some other programs, but we are thinking about throughout the year.
Yes. Yes. And I mean, again, of course, I'm sure if people visit the website or to a Facebook page or whatever, they can dig in and learn more
Mhm.
and get further details.
Sure, definitely.
So, well, that's wonderful, and it's great that you are involved with this. I know it's important to have partners, it's important to have plans, and I mean the idea, yes, of monthly donors, consistency is important, um, because you know that you can count on a certain amount coming in, and you know that
Mhm.
you'll have the money for your grants and so forth. So, I'm just curious. Suman, do you have any recent stories of animals that you have helped or dogs that you have helped that you might want to share with us?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking at the website now and looking at some of the pictures. Let's see. So last month I sent out in our monthly newsletter an update on Daisy. She is a senior pit bull mix. She was treated for lymphoma at Summit Veterinary Referral Center in Tacoma, which is also the same clinic that Toby was treated at.
Mhm.
And she's done extremely well. I think there's a misnomer that senior dogs don't need treatment. You know, they're already at end of life. They're not going to respond well. They are going to have a lot of side effects that makes their quality of life poor. But I think these are just stereotypes, really. And so Daisy responded great to treatment. She got into remission. She's still in remission. And her dad, Dennis, along with Summit, sent me this really cute photo of her that we put in our newsletter of her graduating from chemo.
Oh,
She has a little like graduation like cap that she's wearing.
mhm.
And there's a like a little toy bottle that's like in the shape of a champagne bottle. So
Oh,
I thought that was super cute, and you know it's just it's really nice. I think cancer is depressing and
yes.
it's sad. And, none of these dogs are going to be cured because sadly, there is no cure currently for lymphoma. But, they're all being given the gift of additional time, and that
Yes.
means everything to their families.
Yes.
And so just, seeing her graduating, being able to enjoy life, being able to get through the holidays, will it be her last Christmas of 2025? We don't know, but I'm just grateful for her family that, she's still here.
Oh, of course. And I mean, and feeling better. And I mean, there are people that go through the same thing and yet their cancers are managed for years.
Yep.
And, sometimes it's like a chronic illness. It just totally depends. And as we help these animals and people live longer, we don't know if there might be something that pops up that eventually does become that curative treatment. And so anyway, I mean, and we all say it, we want more time with our babies, no matter how long we've had them. We always want more. I mean, 15 was good for a little Cocker Spaniel for my Tuxie, and he was really slowing down the last year of his life, but he still loved his life and he loved his food. I mean, and then the last couple of weeks, it was pretty obvious he was really not doing well. And that's when we did further tests and we discovered that he did indeed have cancer of the spleen. We thought before from the blood work it was maybe just an old age thing, but we did more, we did scans, and it became time to say goodbye. And it was hard. But I mean, there's also something that comes with knowing we have done our best for our dogs or cats or whomever we're treating. Knowing we have done our best and offered them everything that was out there for them. There's some comfort in that.
Absolutely. And I think that's a lot and speaks to the heart of Toby's Hope and the mission. We want to be able to give everyone that opportunity and not have financial reasons be in the way or block you from getting the best possible care available for your dog.
Yes, that is so true because when I talk to people from the pet support group, a lot of the times they're saying, "Did I do the right thing? Did I do everything I could do?" And there's a lot of commonality and experience people are having. And when they know they've done everything and they know they've done their best, as sad as it is, there is some comfort in that. So, what would you say in the next few months are the biggest needs or wants that you have for your organization?
Oh, that's a great question. So Fabio talked about the monthly donor program. It's on our website currently. It's if you go to donate, you can scroll down and it's called Join Toby's Pack.
Yep.
And as Fabio mentioned, we're, working on the perks and the benefits for monthly donors and really
Yeah.
looking to lean into discounts and freebies and other things from small businesses locally here in the Seattle area. You can be a monthly donor and live anywhere. We can ship you or electronically send you the perks and the benefits. But I do think if there are local businesses that would like to help us out, help monthly donors get a discount or get a perk from your business, we would love to hear from you. On the same front, we are working on our main fundraiser event for the year this year. It's going to be in September. It's called Pause In Against Cancer, and it will be September 26th at Future Primitive Brewing in White Center, which is in the Seattle area. And it's sort of similar to last year, but slightly different. We're going to lean more into our raffle and then introducing a silent auction as well. And so we're looking for donations of items that we can put into the raffle, put into the auction. So if anyone has something that they think would be valuable to donate, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach out on the website again, info@tobyshope.org. Yeah, I think those would be the two areas that we would love some support right now so we can really beef up these programs, beef up the event, and then we'd love to see you at the event. It'll be free to come out. Future Primitive is going to be donating $1 from every pint sold to help us, and we're hoping to just make it a fun atmosphere. Obviously, dogs are always welcome. and we look forward to it.
It sounds like a wonderful event, and again, for such a wonderful cause. Now, as far as donations, can people donate experiences? Like I'm just thinking of auctions I've been to where maybe somebody donates a White River rafting trip or a wine tasting or something like that.
Yes, those types of things would be amazing. If somebody's a season ticket holder to, I don't know, a sporting team or to a theater, and they have tickets that they'd be willing to donate, or yeah, some type of rafting or kayaking, zoo membership tickets, really anything that I think you think that people would like to be able to bid on.
Yes.
We would love to talk to you.
And I know experiences do very well. So it's hard to believe this. I say this practically during every show. We are just about out of time, but when we're talking about things that are important and meaningful, it does go fast. So I want to thank you, Suman, and also Fabio, for being here today from Toby's Hope. Again, you can go to tobyshope.org and learn more. This is helping canines with cancer, lymphoma at this point in the state of Washington, but hopefully soon to be expanding to other types and to other locations. So thank you for joining us. And we're going to take a short break and come back to wrap up the show. We've been talking with Suman Kamath, and Fabio Pessine from Toby's Hope. I am Marilyn Milano, your host of Love Has Many Faces here on Alternative Talk 1150.
We know many folks are feeling isolated these days, but maybe you're looking for community. The Senior Gathering is a place to feel connected. Started in 1994, the Senior Gathering offers lunch to seniors on Fridays. Seniors enjoy conversation and piano music during lunch. It's a vibrant community where folks look out for one another. We welcome new seniors at any time. Come feel connected again at 414 West House Street in Queen Anne on Fridays at noon. Again, that's 414 West House Street, Seattle.
Hi, this is Marilyn Milano, your host of Love Has Many Faces. The music that you're hearing during this show every week is exclusively original music from my own CDs. If you're enjoying it and would like to order a copy of one of my 2 CDs for yourself or as a gift, just go to marilynmilano.net and you can order directly from the website. I give a portion of every sale back to animal rescue because that's part of the whole cause. Thank you for listening and thanks for your support.
Talk radio with a purpose. Alternative Talk 1150.
Welcome back to Love Has Many Faces, and I'm Marilyn Milano, your host. We're here on Alternative Talk 1150, and we just had a wonderful, informative conversation with Suman and Fabio from Toby's Hope. So go to their website, check it out, see what inspires you and moves your heart. And maybe it's donating an item, maybe it is making a donation of money, maybe it's just helping spread the word, whatever that is. We're all here to help the animals and their people. So thank you again for joining us. Until next week, I'm Marilyn Milano. This is Love Has Many Faces on Alternative Talk 1150.